Let's face it, you can ride to work on any bike you like. It can be your granny's old shopper, or it can be a 10 grand time trial weapon. But for this Cycling Plus test, we picked 6 bikes that we think best fit our idea of the perfect commuting bike. That means they're great value, they're sturdy, and they're hard wearing. We've got a mixture of drop bar bikes, cross bikes, and flat bars, and all but one of them come under the magic £1,000 for the UK's tax-dodging cycle to work scheme. The Adventure Flat White is a steel, mudguard and racked-equipped workhorse. Marin's Fairfax SC2 Hybrid has low-maintenance hub gears. The Verenti Substance from online giant Wiggle is a Sora-equipped cyclocross bike. Cinelli's Bootleg Hoy Hoy gets in for its name alone, and it's versatile and increasingly rare on a road bike triple chain set. Genesis's Smithfield is for those in the market for a bike that's traditional, quirky and modern at the same time. The Canyon Urban is a lightweight, stealthy looking flat bar with a clever seat post, hydraulic discs and a carbon belt drive. Adventure Flat White might sound like a drink Bear Grylls would make with mud and probably urine. It's not, it's from the distribution giants Madison. It's a really great value bike with a touring bent. That means you get full mud guards, racks, and they're perfect for putting lunchbox, spare pant carrying panniers on. In an age of 22 gears, the 14 on the Shimano Tawny set might feel a little bit stingy, but the range is decent and it's pretty smooth as well. It's a really versatile bike, we think, because you can use it at the weekends for a spotter light touring. If you live somewhere hilly, the lack of gearing might be an issue, and there are some big jumps in the gears, but unless you work at the top of Alpe d'Huez, you're probably going to be okay. The Canyon Urban shows that flat bar bikes can be sexy-ish. We quite like the stealthy looks of the Canyon. The integrated stem and headset is really interesting, and it's got big Kojak tyres, so it's kind of pleasingly fast and pretty comfortable. The comfort's actually helped by Canyon's clever VCLS flexi seat post. That actually does add a little bit of cushion if you've got a bit of a rough commute, and who hasn't, it's a really comfortable place to sit yourself. The Shimano Alpine hub is actually mated to a Gates carbon belt drive, so there's no chain here, and carbon belt drives, they haven't really caught on. They do add a bit of weight, they add a bit of expense, and the Canyon is the most expensive bike here, but they're really smooth and they are pretty much maintenance free. We also really like the Shimano hydraulic brakes. These are the best brakes in the test, so if you need to stop, this could be the bike for you. Something we're not so sure about is the IXO wheel guard security system. I'm not even sure I said that right. What this is basically, instead of a quick release, you've got locks, and you have to turn the bike upside down before you can undo the wheels. And to undo the wheels, you need a special key. It's not a secret key, you'll know it's a key, you've got the key, but remember the key. If you don't remember the key, you are going to struggle to get those wheels off. You don't want to be doing that. Like the Adventure Flat White, the Marin's a pretty no-nonsense machine. It's a flat bar, so that's great for riding in traffic and, you know, looking around, which is a bit different to most of the drop bar bikes we tend to test in Cycling Plus actually, so that made a nice change. It's not that exciting, we have to admit. The hub gears don't have the range of a normal derailleur, but on the plus side, they are pretty much maintenance free. So if you don't like getting dirty on the way to work, or you don't like getting dirty fingernails at the weekend, this could be the bike for you. The other thing we found about it was that our testers didn't really get on with the saddle, so that's something you might want to change up. Despite that though, it's still a pretty comfortable bike and quite a lot of fun around town. The eagle-eyed will note that the Genesis Smithfield has a split mixed style top tube, which combined with the swept back bars actually gives you quite a good idea of the type of riding you can do on this bike. It's for really relaxed, some would say slow, I'd like to say leisurely kind of commutes into work. You are not going to be setting any Strava KOMs on this. It is very comfortable though. That's one of the real advantages of this steel machine. It's kind of just fun to ride. You'll get funny looks as well, and people will ask you what the bike is. So that, if you want to meet people, is quite a nice thing to have on a bike. The 8-speed hub, combined with the weight, combined with the geometry, and those swept back handlebars, does mean it's not much fun going uphill. You'll get up there, but you're just going to have to take it slowly. It's called the Cinelli Bootleg Hoy Hoy. That's with an exclamation mark. And the bar tape has skull and crossbones. What more do you want? Well, you do get more. You get one extra chainring at the front, so you've got a triple on this, and that is really useful. It means you've got a lovely range, really good if you're somewhere hilly or if you're lugging loads. You can add racks at a later date, you don't get them with it. You can pop mud guards on, makes it really versatile. And the 26x34 bottom gear will probably get you up the Eiger, but we haven't tried that, obviously. As you'd expect, because of the name and maybe some of the detailing, those skull and crossbones really are nice. It's actually just a lot of fun, this bike. It's really good for barreling around town, nipping in and out of traffic. And again, it's something you can use at the weekend. So it's not just a commuting bike. If you want a bit of a fun N+1, this could be one to have a look at. The winner of this test is actually the Verenti Substance. Now that's the cyclocross bike, and the sales of cyclocross bikes do seem to be on the up. But we're pretty sure that not that many, or certainly not the majority, are being bought to be raced around muddy fields and shouldered over hurdles. In fact, we've seen a lot of people using them as commuter bikes. They're so versatile, and that's exactly what the Substance offers you, versatility. The Substance's 32mm knobbly tyres add a lot of comfort, and also they're obviously really good if you're using it on mixed surfaces, gravel, a bit of dirt, you're going to have plenty of grip. And you can easily swap those out for, say, slick 28mm if you want to go a bit faster. You're not going to be flying because, let's face it, it's a slightly heavy bike. But it does have Shimano Sora gearing, and that's pretty useful. It's not cyclocross gearing, it's a normal compact with 11 to 32, so that gives you a really good range, and that'll get you up most things. Although the 9-speed Sora is slightly gappy, and you might not enjoy that if you're used to an 11-speed, so be aware of that. The Avid BB5 disc brakes, they're mechanical, but they do stop you well. They're obviously not as nice as hydraulic, they don't have the feel, but at this price, they're really good brakes. You can also add a rack, so the Substance does have that extra versatility to it. You can go for some cyclocross touring, if that's even a thing, but like I said, add some slick tyres, and it becomes a really, really useful bit of kit. As I said earlier, you can obviously ride to work on whatever you want, but you really do want to keep your best bike for best. So getting a Commuter is a brilliant idea, and all of these bikes will do a job. It kind of depends on where you live, how quickly you want to get to work, and to a certain extent, what you want to look like. It's also what you want to do with them at the weekend. That's why the Verenti is the winner here, because it's so versatile. We're going to be reviewing a lot more bikes in Cycling Plus. It's what we do, so make sure you grab a copy. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that the Genesis Smithfield, you try saying that, it's really hard. With the Cinelli, you do get more. You get one extra chain. What are they called, those bits at the front? Chain rings, isn't it? Yeah.